in few minutes. Before starting this session, we are having some activity and announcement at the last of this session. So we will start our activity with a small video clip which will give you the glimpse about what is STEM education and how this is work out. So let's start the session now.
Healthy society. In kindergarten through 12th grade in the United States, most STEM teaching and learning focuses on science or mathematics. Comparatively little attention has been paid to the T, the products and systems that meet human needs, and E, the creative process used to design these things. And, for the most part, the four subjects have been taught in isolation. But new reform efforts, like the Next Generation Science Standards, are placing more emphasis on the connections between and among the STEM disciplines. To understand how this trend might affect teaching and learning in the future, we need to take a closer look at integrated STEM education, not just the individual subjects that make up the acronym. After all, in the real world, science relies on technology, mathematics, and engineering. And engineering depends on findings from science, the application of mathematics, and the use of technological tools. Imagine if K through 12 students were taught in ways that highlighted these connections. Would they learn more and more deeply? Might they see STEM disciplines as more relevant to their lives? Could it lead more of them to pursue STEM courses and careers? The answers to these questions depend in part on how integrated STEM education is implemented in schools and in out-of-school settings. Research suggests that implementation has to balance learning in the individual STEM subjects with more connected ways of learning. In addition, because it can be hard for students to make these connections themselves, teachers will need to make the connections explicit. Inside the classroom, some teachers may use instructional approaches like problem-based learning or engineering design, which are special kinds of problem solving, to introduce integrated STEM education to their students. Outside the classroom, students are being exposed to STEM connections in museums and science centers through after-school experiences like some TV shows and STEM-focused robotics competitions and in internships. However, we need more research to better understand the potential benefits and limitations of integrated STEM education for students, teachers, and schools. What, for example, are the implications of integrated STEM education for how schools are organized? How can teachers be better prepared to teach in integrated ways? And how can we test kids to determine what they are really learning and able to apply as a result of integrated STEM experiences? The list of questions is long, but getting answers is important for students, teachers, and the nation. For more information about integrated STEM education, check out the STEM integration.
So this is all about the STEM education. If we can broadly benefit the STEM education benefit, we can come up as it helps to prepare the children for the upcoming technology innovation. It enhances the problem solving skills. It greater the understanding of the concept related to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And it also teaches us how to apply our knowledge for the different real life problems. And we can also say the greatest benefit of this STEM is that it fosters that love of learning. Instilling that passion and drive to learn, it is at our most crucial stage of drawing the elementary years. Before elementary, children are often have a wonderful sense of curiosity and inquisitive that nature leads to them into exploring and learning. So this is all about our organization. We are the startup in the country and new in Indian market system. Our basic portfolio defines the STEM education kits, which is defined in the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We provide these services and online learning by utilizing of the basic concept and electronics component to tinker the mind of the little kids and having the innovation thinking. Our vision and mission statement of this organization is lying between the ingenuity, creativity, confidence, and innovation. We help to have the better mind and innovation for our future kids and the future of the country. So let's move to the next slide, which is all about our career perspective and the importance of STEM education in our uh, life. As Indian ecosystem, we basically focus about our career, what will be our future, and what the education impact in our life. So if you can see the pie graph, you can figure out that 71% of the career is impacting on the computing skills, 16% is on a physical science, 7% on traditional engineering, 4% on life science, and 2% on mathematics, which can clearly define that how the computing skill is more important nowadays. Even you can see that artificial intelligence and machine learning are the activity which are totally depending on the computing skills. So STEM education will benefit us to understand these concepts from our childhood and have the innovative and problem solving type of skills with us. So now we will move to our next slide, which is about our services. So currently we are providing four type of services. One is a STEM box, which is for the beginner and starter to understand the block coding and some tinkering so that they can do some hands-on and take the help for developing some solution in itself. The other box is talking about the DIY, which is we call do it yourself. So this is having something in an electronics component in hand and do the prototyping modeling of the equipments and understand the concept of electronics which is running in our day-to-day life. The third box, which is the buzzword for nowadays, which is an IoT box, it will help you to create the prototyping of automation and smart communication details in our office, school, college, and regular work profile. Even we can do some small automation at our home also by using this kit. The fourth one kit is a little bit of advanced and which is about the AI ML box, which help you to understand the concept of artificial intelligence and machine learning and drive you some prototyping modeling and concept for the utilization of this activity. So that's all about our services right now. So moving to the next slide, which is talk about our webinar main thing. So today's webinar, it's not something which we just tell you something and for the learning purpose. It's having something, having the learning activities with fun. So are you guys excited for the fun learning activities today? So thanks for applying for the quiz. And we can see only 14% candidate know how to create the battery by using the potato and lemon. And 86% of the audience doesn't know about that. So let's move to the thing where we will tell you how to develop a battery by using a potato and a lemon. For this, we just need to have one potato with us. Hope you are able to see one potato which we used to have in our house and a kitchen elements. The other one is a lemon, which is different type of battery. Hope everyone knows about this. One is a zinc coin, which we used to have in our houses, and other is a one nail. So now we will tell you how to create a one battery by using these four household equipments. Over to you, Ankit.
So Sam, for giving this opportunity to me, and I will take this privilege to show you how we can use daily life resources like lemon or potato to create your own battery. Activity and hesitation. So for search the potato battery in the right section and drag it onto your work plane. And here we will glow a LED by using this battery. So we need a LED. So for this, search the LED and also drag this on the work plane. This is the anode pin of the LED and this is the cathode pin. Connect this anode pin with the positive panel of the battery and cathode pin with the negative panel of the battery and start simulation and see. The LED is firing and but let me know what is the error here so that the LED will not glow.
You can put your answer in the chat box.
Okay, so for this we will take the multimeter and search the multimeter and check that how much current is in this battery. So for this, take the multimeter and connect to the battery with the positive to positive and negative to negative and set the mode to to check the current. One more thing, here is the three mode. One is amperage, voltage and resistance. And here we are using the amperage mode because we have to check the current. So start simulation and see. The current is 119 microampere, which is very and very less for glowing this type of LED. So what we have to do, we have to do the reduce the resistance. So for this, the LED is 5 volt. So put the value is 5 volt, and this type of LED will need the 200 to 222 milliampere. So for this, using the Ohm's law, we have to need the 200 or 222 ohm resistance. This is sufficient. And see this. You can see the screen. Now the current is 22.7 milliampere, which is now sufficient for glowing this type of LED. So remove this and attach this LED to this battery. Okay, and now we will attach this problem. Okay, now the LED is attached and we start the simulation to check the LED glowing or not. Oh, now the LED is glowing. So this is all about this lesson, and similar this way we can use the different daily life things like lemon. It is also the lemon battery, and we can use this type of battery in similar way like we will use this potato battery for glowing the LED. This is the similar. But in real life, when you creating this type of battery like lemon battery, potato battery, or different type of fruit type of battery, so you can't increase the current of this type of battery. So for this, you have to take the multiple battery, potato battery, and add into this series for increase the current. So this is all about this activity, and hope you are enjoying this activity. And one more thing, uh, this is not the limit of this tool. You can create a from basic to advanced any type of circuit from this, and also check the simulation that your circuit is working or not from basic to advanced. So this is all about this activity.
Hope you enjoy this session and learn how we can create the battery by using our household resources available. So now we will move to the next activity session. For that, we will ask a one question for all of you. Thanks for attending the quiz. So 40% of the audience knows what is the neutral network and 60% doesn't know. So for this, our next activity is based on the AI experimental with Google, where you can realize how we can use the AI and what is the concept for that. And the activity name is Quick Draw. So Mr. Ankit will explain you what is Quick Draw and what is the concept for AI in this. Over to you.
Okay. So this is the next activity, which is quick draw by this is a AI experiment. So this is a drawing. So let's draw and see what it will we tell. So first is the draw eraser, and in this task we have to draw the eraser, and this will automatically know that you are drawing the eraser. And if you draw the correct eraser, and that is right drawing, and otherwise this is the wrong drawing. So we have only 20 seconds. Hope you are able to see, hearing my computer sound. Okay. Oh,
Sorry, I couldn't guess it.
so the next is draw a chair. I'm trying to draw the chair. I never drawing it.
I see diving board.
It's chair.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's chair.
So this is a fun learning where this is automatically known. There is a lot of data set under this application. So this is automatically known. So here is the sixth one. We are on the third drawing, water. Water is a drop water.
I see potato. Or pliers.
It's water.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. It's water.
The next one is saw. I don't know what is it, but
I see square. Or knee. Or underwear.
water.
I see water. Or string bean. Or paper clip. Or bread.
Oh,
I see matches. Or banana. Sorry,
the
I
next
couldn't
one
guess
is
it.
vase.
I see diving board. Or square.
You
Or
can see
pillow.
in the down bottom
Or
side when we
suitcase.
create any activity, it is giving us some approximate image of that. Sorry, just
Sorry,
couldn't
I couldn't guess it.
find out what is
Last one
that.
is,
Draw our shots.
so the last one drawing is short. We are drawing the short.
I
You
see
can see it's
bench.
giving like it's I
Or
see it's a
diving board.
bench. Oh, I
Or
know it's
anvil.
a shot.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you
It's
got it.
shorts.
So this is all about the quick draw, and at last you will able to see your result, which is the right drawing and wrong drawing. And this is a fun learning lesson, which is the quick draw.
Thank you for sharing this experience with us. So hope the guys are enjoying. If you find any difficulty, you can connect with us in the chat box in QA session. We would love to answer your queries. So now move to our next activity, which is about the beach blender. So hope you everyone would love to see the music and experience that. So I have a question for you. So Beat Blender is one of the activity by using the AI experiment. Here you can understand, experience how this AI is work in the music system. As in the previous time, I also said the technology can be used in a number of ways. You can utilize AI, ML in your regular life, in your hobby, drawing, music, life science, in every way. So thanks for attempting the quiz. So this time the quiz is very interesting. The 50% audience know how to create the own music and 50% doesn't know. So let's experience this activity as well. And the person who don't know, hope you enjoy this. Thank you. Over to you, Ankit.
Okay. So here we will see the Beat Blender. So we are sharing the screen. Beat Blender. This is also the ML tool which will create your music and beat. Let's see it. So this is the pattern, and here we will draw any type of line and curve, and by detecting this curve and pattern, it will automatically create your beats. So see this beat, and I create this curve. Hope you are able to hear this beat. You can also increase or reduce the frequency of the beat. Or you are also able to edit the corners of the beat. This type of corner. So while using this beat blender, you can create your own beat with an interesting way for using the different type of project, and you can save this beat for the future use.
Guys, this is your own music which you created. You can create your own music and utilize that by saving this file. So this is something which is having all the creativity belongs to you only. Do we have anything else to explain on that? Okay. So shall we move to our next activity or do we need to wait here?
Yes, this is
Okay. So thanks and I hope everyone is enjoying this music. I'm sure this will not be such a lazy time. So we will move to our next This experiment is about the machine learning and their application in our regular life. Like we experience in our phone now, like face locking system and other details. So this will help you to create that and utilize that. And I'm glad to see that 85% of our audience know how to create the classifier. Thank you. Let's start to this activity. Over to you.
hope you are able to see my screen. And this is the next and the last activity of this webinar, which is the creating your own classifier without using any coding. And for this, you can create your own classifier, image classifier, audio classifier for creating detecting the different type of sound like sound or word sound and different type of pose. So in this activity, we will create a project which is very popular nowadays for detecting the mask, if you are wear a mask or not. So let's see it. And we,
So now we create a project, image project.
so in this project, we will create a two classes for detecting that if you are wearing a mask or not. So first class is our without mask. You can change your name according to your project, and second is mask. Okay. So for this, we have to take the multiple images. Yes, camera start, and in this activity, we will take the hundreds of images to detecting that we are not wearing a mask. So take the different poses from different angle so that it will be able to classify clearly that you are not wear a mask. And second, we will take with the wearing a mask. So one question to all of you, you know why we are taking uh, a lot images for this project? Okay. Here we are capturing the lot images for the more classification so that the our project can classification clearly that you are wearing a mask or not. So wait for the training model. It will take some time to train your model, and it will all about your data size. So here is some data big, so it will take some time.
If you have some question, you can put on a chat box and a QA session. Meanwhile, the modeling system is processing their training, and we will have our model for the classification of the image.
Okay, now the training is started and will take a very much of time for train the model. And after that, are able to see the output that we will create our own classifier without using any coding. And it's just not a limit. You can create different classes for different classification, not only one or two. Wait for it. Okay, now the training is complete and we are able to that we are you are able to see the result below the camera without mask. We are not wearing mask, and now I am wearing the mask, and this will automatically detect that you are wear the mask and without mask. So this is a daily life project, and you can create from on without any coding, and you can also export this model from here and use it in our different type of project. So this is all about this activity, and if you have any question about this activity, you can ask us in the Q&A session without any hesitation.
Thank you for sharing us your experience and the process of AI ML with different activity which the kids can utilize in their day-to-day life. So now moving to our next slide on the presentation, we will just come to the announcement thing. So here we are manufacturing a different type of STEM education box where you can come up and learn and having the fun activity to understand the science, technology, engineering and mathematics concept. We are also providing the online training on that. You can visit in this, and we are having some virtual simulation and virtual classes to experience you about the basic concept of electronics and engineering. We would love to hear from you on different aspects of the STEM education. You can come to our blog, our website, and you can connect to us by any way which you want to connect with us. So thank you for listening to us and sparing your time with us. If anyone is having some question or would like to share some experience, please do share with us and write us in the chat box or question answer session. There is one more announcement for all of you guys. After this session, you will be getting a one quiz mail from our side, which will just test your learning about the STEM and your concept. If you got the highest score in that quiz, you will be able to avail the discount in the STEM education kit. But that quiz and score is valid for a week time only. So request you all to do share your feedback and attempt for that quiz as well. Thank you. Thanks for the session and sparing your time with us. I'm thinking that no question is here which anybody would like to answer. If something is there you would like to have a question in mind and any difficulty, you can do write to us at info.narayandojo@gmail.com. Thank you. Thanks with us. So we are stopping our session here now. Thank you.